Chapter 1. Crying for Love in Hell.
Please help me, please help me, please help me, please help me, please help me. Oh, killing these things just doesn't light my fire! Found you. Hey, you're Komaru Eggy, right? Right. Isn't that right? If you're not, you better tell me. I'll cut you into pieces and line you up at the meat counter. That's right! I'm Komaru Naegi! Oh no, there's more of them! Man, what a pain. Run, David! So that Monokuma is some kind of automaton robot. I see. No wonder it sucks more than the other one. Well, that's modern technology for you. I mean, it's not like this is sci-fi or something. It's borderline sci-fi at most. Yes, madame. What business do you have with me?
Are you here to rescue me?
Dekumaru, was it?
It's Komaru. Komaru Naegi.
And where's Master Byakuya? You know where he is, right?
Huh?
That gun you're holding. Oh, it's dripping with the Master's scent.
You can smell it?
You got a death wish or something? Hiding Master from me will cut your life expectancy.
No, I'm not hiding it.
10, 9, 8, 7.
What are you doing?
If you don't give me my master by the time I get to 0, I'm gonna cut you like wet mochi. 4, 3, 2.
Oh, hold on! I really don't know it.
What?
Who are you? Oh, wait, don't tell me. You're Komaru Naegi, aren't you? I got it, right? I just told you that. Oh, did you? I can't help it, you know? I don't share memories with her. Her? Memories? Jeez, stop saying stuff that makes no sense. Everything is confusing enough as it is. At least tell me whether you're an enemy or a friend. Well, you can call me your ally. Then come on! If we don't hurry, we're gonna get attacked! It's alright. Huh? No, it's alright. I can do it because I made a promise with him.
Toko!
Yes!
Oh, that ability is not a curse, it's a talent. An amazing talent that holds incredible possibilities.
Master, thank you very much.
Master that talent. Do it for me.
Yes. Are you okay? Like I said, it will be all right. I can make good use of her now. I've learned a lot since then. We're gonna take them all down right here, right now. I'll smash them to pieces. Let's go. Komaru Naegi. Komaru?
It's time for a tutorial! If you press the C key, you will switch with Genocide Jack. Not only does she not take damage, but she uses super strong attacks as well. Press left mouse button to attack and shift key to evade, hold left mouse button for a special skill. Also, you can focus on enemies with the right mouse button, and if you press either the space or control key, you can unleash the super powerful Slash Lust. Feel free to try it out. Welcome back to Danganronpa Another episode Ultra Despair Girls. And welcome to Genocide Jack, our knight in shining armor, I suppose? If playing as Komaru makes this game a third-person shooter, then playing as Jack makes it a hack and slash. It's a very different style of gameplay, but it's another option that's available to us. It does make the game a little bit too easy for my liking, but that's just personal preference. I enjoy the third-person shooter element, but still, Jack is a lot of fun. And there are times where using her can be really beneficial, and it doesn't feel like you're just overpowered. So how did you like using Genocide Jack? Oops, I forgot to mention, there's a time limit for using Jack. Use up the batteries in the top left of the screen and you automatically revert to Toko. Also, you can't just use Slash Lust limitlessly. Charge the Lust gauge on the bottom right, and when it's full, you can use Slash Lust. The Lust gauge fills up when Jack defeats enemies. Do a single 1 gauge attack with the right mouse button and space, and a 3 gauge combo move with right mouse button and control. That's the one that we just did. You can go back to Komaru with the C key at any time, so be smart during battle.
That was all of them, right? Amazing. That was amazing! What was that just now? It's like you were a totally different person. Too casual. Huh? Don't speak to me so casually, like I'm one of your friends or something. I'm your senior. But you still haven't told me your name. I'm sure you're just going to forget it right away. But it's Toko Fukawa. Toko Fukawa? Oh, sorry for having such a boring name. I bet you think it's perfect for a hag like me, right? I don't think that at all. And anyway, what was that all about earlier? You were a completely different person. I couldn't tell you. What? I don't remember. Didn't I already tell you? We don't share memories. I don't really get it. Ugh, it's like I said, I have a split personality. That girl was Genocide Jack. Okay? You don't believe me, right? You think I'm just some filthy woman who's sick in the head. You're probably wondering how a stupid pig managed to learn how to talk, aren't you?
I don't think that's... Well, maybe the first bit? I mean, it's true that it's a little hard to believe, and I was pretty surprised. But if that's what you say, I believe you. It was a pretty drastic change after all.
You believe me just like that? What are you, stupid or something?
Well, what was I supposed to say?
Well, if you really are this stupid, that just makes this easier.
It's just... I feel like I've heard the name Genocide Jack somewhere before.
I see. So, you still remember. Well, no point in hiding it now. It was all over the talk shows back in the day, after all.
Talk shows? Wait. Could it be? No. Never mind. Couldn't be.
What?
It's just... I feel like I've heard a similar name on the news about some serial killer.
Yeah, that's the one.
What?
But that was just in the old days. I've completely tamed her since then. Master commanded me to discover the secret, and I learned the stun gun does the trick. And depending on how much shock I give myself, after a while I go back to my normal self. Isn't it great? It's all thanks to Master Byakuya.
Anyway, it seems like a good skill to have. With that power, we can get through them easy.
Don't be dense.
Huh?
Didn't I just say I need the stun gun to change? My brain would fry if I just did it over and over. I can't just use it at will like that.
Really?
Anyway, what is your relationship with Master Byakuya, Why do you have that hacking gun?
I was saved by him earlier. He gave this gun to me.
Saved? Master Byakuya saved you?
I will protect Komaru Naegi. I swear it on my life. No. I swear in the name of the Togami family!
You better not get ahead of yourself. Just because you're ugly. In a cute way.
Why are you angry?
Remember this. I won't let anyone interfere in my romance with Master. I'm going to rescue Master, and then, in the heat of the moment, we'll...
Huh? Rescue? Wait, hold on. Byakuya was captured?
What, you just figured that out? Why would I even be here if it weren't for Master? He was probably ambushed by cowards. There's no way he'd just allow himself to be captured.
I see. So he was caught after all.
You better not feel responsible for this. Your guilt would be an insult to my master.
You're right. My worrying won't change anything.
What's with this chick? Can't believe I gotta take this indecisive girl.
What was that?
Nothing. And watch your mouth!
I'm so terribly sorry?
It's fine. You're a lost cause anyway. But more importantly, I want to hurry up and find Master. Now is not the time to relax.
You're right. We've got to get out of this building.
Well then, after you.
Huh? Why do I have to go first?
You have Master's gun, don't you? But don't worry. When you're really in trouble, I'll save you. I can't have you dying on me. Now, come on! Stop staring off into space and get moving already! You're not dead yet.
Fine.
And so, at last, the game begins in earnest. We are now free to explore Toa City, now that we have full control over Komaru and Toko. And that's right, Toko Fukawa is a major character in this game. It is Ultra Despair Girls, after all, plural. And that's something I'm really happy about. Of all the characters they could have picked to come back in another game, I'm really glad they picked Toko because, well, she wasn't the best written character in the first game, and you can see she hasn't changed all that much. She's still very insecure, and she still has a very big persecution complex, and Jack is still around as well, but we're going to learn a lot about Toko in this game, and they really do a pretty good job of fixing up her character. I think there are still some problems, but we'll get to talk about that as we play through the game. And I suppose it's about time we talked about this elephant in the room.
What is this? Training potty?
Well, if it isn't your little buddy, maybe you should try riding on it.
Hey, who are you calling a baby?
You're offended, but you're still gonna ride it?
Huh. This is surprisingly relaxing.
Seriously?
Yep, these are the save points in the game. That's funny, because in the opening cutscene, when we meet Toko for the first time, she calls Komaru Omaru, and Omaru means toilet in Japanese. What could have been just a funny throwaway joke actually develops into a full-blown theme. Names are a big deal in this game, and we're going to explore that as we go through and meet some more characters. And with that, it's time to get going.
Is this a hospital?
Dark and depressing. Just like me.
Yeah, right.
Right? Why didn't you deny it? That means you agree, don't you? Ooh, just as I thought. Humans cannot be trusted.
Humans? You are having delusions.
I prefer to call it imagination. Ooh, why is this shutter here? We can't even go down. This wasn't here when I was on the roof before. What's going on?
You can't open it?
It's impossible. There's no power.
Then what should we do?
Oh, don't worry. There's a mystical spell that magically opens the door. Let's chant it together.
What? Seriously?
Of course not. Obviously, we just have to look for the switch and turn on the power.
Oh, right. Are those people dead?
Yes, perhaps Komaru is not the sharpest tool in the shed, but this is just the beginning of a lot of great interactions between her and Toko. I harp on about how much I love the characters in this game, and there's no better example, really, than Komaru and Toko. Up ahead is a dead body, and we have the opportunity to investigate it.
So cruel.
He's dead, right? Well, obviously. You can't tell just by looking. What are you, dense? What are you doing?
Are you an idiot?
I'm trying not to look at the body. I have a fear of blood.
I see.
Oh, you with a fear of blood? Didn't expect that.
What's going on?
What, I'm not allowed to have a girly side just because my other personality is a serial killer? I wasn't trying to be insulting. But if you're afraid, shouldn't you just stay away from it? I can't just keep saying I'm afraid. I need to overcome my fear of blood. After all, you gain meaning in life through personal growth. That's a surprisingly positive outlook. Surprisingly? I thought you said you didn't want to be insulting. But I was just repeating Master.
This is not funny at all.
I just can't stand it. Just the smell of blood is enough to make me faint. If Master wants, I'll give up on that whole personal growth thing. There are so many interactions like this in the world, and this is why I encourage you to collect all the collectibles and to interact with everything there is to interact with in this game.
The power's out. I don't like dark places.
There is so much to learn about this world and these characters.
That's a power panel. I wonder if we can do something to turn it on.
That's right, up on the wall there is a power panel, just like the one that was in the room we woke up in earlier. So by moving it, we can turn the power on.
Okay then, let's go.
Toko? About this gun. Wouldn't it be better if you used it?
I'm allergic to machines.
Oh, well, if you have allergies, then I guess it can't be helped.
Yeah, she's really not the brightest spark. But you know who the brightest spark is? This bright spark over here. This is our first collectible of the game. Something terrible is happening. It didn't take long before I realized it. I understood it when I saw my coworker on the floor with his eyes ripped out. I understood it when I saw my boss with his intestines in his hands. I realized that this is pure insanity. But even though I know this, I still can't convince myself that this is real. It's only been one day. There's no way the world could come to this in just one day. There's no way your friends who were laughing with you just a while ago could be dead just like that. What I thought I knew about the world, what I thought was just common knowledge, it's all insanity to me now. Children running around and killing adults? It can't be happening. Yeah, so there are a lot of collectibles in this game, and they all add to the story and add to the lore and develop things. If we go into our menu, we can actually check the files. And there is our first scrapbook entry. And that's another theme in this game, common knowledge. Right from the beginning of the game, the opening cutscene where Komaru talks about the shape of the world, common knowledge and what we take for granted is a theme that will keep coming up in this game, and it's something that I want you to keep in mind as we go through the game. There are lots of other types of collectibles. We can't access the menus for them yet, since we've not collected any of them, but as we do, we will have a look at them. And as I said, I'm going to try and collect them all. And I believe that is everything in this room.
It's here! Hurry up and shoot it!
I can do that. Yep, it's time we put some shooter in our third-person shooter. Wow, I can't believe I got the nice shot there, but yeah, we leveled up. That's another thing we should talk about, actually. I know the game is going to talk about it in just a moment, but we might as well. There is a skill system, and that's tied to your level. Now on level 2, I have 2 SP, or skill points, and that means I can equip skills up to 2 SP. We get one for free, that's auto-lock, and that costs 1 SP. I'm not going to use it because I don't find it very helpful, but if you're playing, you might find it useful. And we're going to unlock more skills as we progress through the game. So a little bit of an RPG element, which will get expanded on as we go through the game. That's actually everything there is to do on this floor, so let's go downstairs.
Which way to get out of here?
That's a bit of a jump-scary place to put a Monokuma, and it kinda sets the tone for the rest of the game. This game isn't heavy on jump scares like something like Resident Evil, but it does like to have enemies pop out of nowhere at you sometimes, so just be aware of that. There's nowhere else we can go on this floor at the moment, so we have to head through this door.
I've seen this kid before. No, it's probably just another one. Those brats are all wearing helmets like this.
Huh? Really? But why are they wearing helmets?
I don't know. These kids only ever talk to each other. Even at a time like this, they're playing around like a bunch of idiots. Stupid brats.
But isn't it dangerous? What if they get attacked by Monokumas?
No, you don't get it. These brats are working with the Monokumas to kill all the adults.
They're what?
Kids killing adults? It's completely insane. But we can't just attack these brats. It's so frustrating.
Anyway, Toko, what's that box next to that kid?
Who knows? Maybe you should open it.
Time for a tutorial. I'm sure a smart gamer like you already knows, but truth bullets are a limited resource. But there are exceptions, like move. But worrying about exceptions is no way to live. Truth bullets are replenished with item boxes, or by picking up the ones dropped by Monokumas. Other than bullets, you might find hearts to heal HP or batteries for Genocide Jack. Resupply yourself skillfully so you don't find yourself full of one item but empty of another. Now seems like a good time to talk about the difficulty modes in the game. As you can see, there are 3 of them. starting with Genocide mode, that is super ultra pumped Genocide Jack mode for those who just want to enjoy the story. This is the easiest mode in the game. It allows you to use Genocide Jack a lot, and your batteries actually regenerate when you're not using her, so you can switch back to her very quickly without having to get battery drops. You also get increased drops from enemies, so getting things like health and money is a bit easier as well. The normal difficulty, and the difficulty that I'm playing on for this series, is Komaru mode, which is perfectly standard. You get as much ammunition as you should need, really, and it limits your use of Genocide Jack to the batteries. They don't regenerate, and you have to get battery drops to be able to continue to use her. And then there's Despair mode, the hardest mode in the game. It reduces the amount of ammo you can get from drops, meaning you have to be quite conservative with the ammo that you're using and using those critical hits, for example. Another thing that we haven't really seen yet is any timed sections in the game will have their time limit reduced to a significantly lower amount, making that more challenging. This is pretty much that challenge for those who are passionate about the game, and I actually haven't gotten around to playing through the game on Despair mode myself, but it's something I would be interested in doing. But for the sake of the series, we'll stay on Komaru mode. That is the normal difficulty, it's how the game is mostly intended to be played.
Is that kid giving this to us? Why help us like this?
My guess is they're carrying out someone's order.
Huh? Order?
Who cares anyway? No point wasting our time worrying about mentally damaged kids.
Well, that might be true, but
It's fine. Jeez, you're slow. Hurry up already.
okay.
Yeah, so we no longer have unlimited ammunition like we did in the tutorial section of the game. That's not too much of a problem. I think as long as you're relatively sensible with your ammo and you go for those critical hits, you should be fine. Just gonna try and farm up as much money as possible. We need to go through into this monitoring room here with the fancy door, but before we do that, there's a couple of things I want to show off. And that is, first things first, on this board here, look who it is. It's appropriate since we're in a hospital. And let's go into this room here. If you want to collect all the collectibles in the game, you have to go off the beaten path sometimes and go into rooms that you don't necessarily need to go into. Another tragedy? The riot in Toa. Rampaging Monokuma robots, reportedly the same kind that were involved in the incidents, are running amok through Towa City. The hows and whys are currently unknown. Evidence points to the involvement of the remnants of despair. Towa City is currently in a state of level 5 emergency alert. Evacuation is advised. Having played Danganronpa 2, we know about the remnants of despair and who they are. And we've already seen one of them around. Billy Milligan Royale. High school senior Sei Sunakasaka has 24 split personalities. After an unexpected turn of events, she obtains 23 new bodies. But there's no need for 24 Sei Sunakasakas. The killing of me against me commences. This book isn't even worth throwing in the fire.
You think so?
Really? I thought it looked pretty good.
So,
I'm sure an idiot like you would enjoy it, but I only acknowledge pure literature.
don't mess with me.
I mean, look at this. He's using dissociative identity disorder as a plot point. The hack. Poking fun at his subject without even considering how they feel. This is not professional. I'm sure he's not writing about you specifically.
Which reminds
Oh, and speaking of dissociative identities, I wanted to ask you something. Genocide Jack isn't going to kill me, right? I'm totally safe, right? No, she won't. She has a special thing about killing cute men. When it comes to Monokumas, I think she sees it as breaking them and not really killing them. But she threatened me and told me she'd kill me. Maybe it was just a threat. Or maybe you're actually a cute guy. I'm a girl! Oh? I'm not so sure. You could be lying to me. There's no proof you're not a guy. Why would I lie like that for no reason? What, do you want me to show you? Proof that I'm a girl?
Are you an idiot?
What'd you get all serious for? I was kidding. Well, sorry. We just met. I'm just not used to your brand of humor yet. Yeah, remember that Toko is the ultimate literature prodigy. She knows stuff about books. And alongside the scrapbook entries, We can also collect book entries, and this is the first of those, and for each of these books we will get a little bit of dialogue between Komaru and Toko, which helps to develop their relationship. This game really is heavy on the story and on the character development. That's another reason I love it so much. So that's everything we need to do on this floor, so let's head into this room.
Whoa. What is this place? Looks like a playground for those little rats. I've seen them playing around with that arcade machine before.
Arcade machine?
Danganronpa Another tutorial. That arcade machine the kids just left ain't no normal arcade machine. It actually displays the surveillance camera in the next room. The kids use the controls to work the Monokumas in that room, just like a video game. Oh, the horror! This is the life of a game brain. Anyways, there's always a strategy for rooms with a nearby arcade machine. At first glance, the room next door looks dangerous with all those Monokumas around. But if you use a certain route, you can get past without getting caught. Now then, try shooting move at the arcade machine and then check next door. That's right, it's time for the puzzle element of the game. By using move on the arcade machine, we will be able to access the surveillance camera.
There's a lot of them lurking around. Instead of fighting, it might be better to run.
So we can look around the room with WASD and we can see that there are indeed a lot of Monokumas. We could fight our way through here, but it would be a big drain on ammunition. And there's no real reason to. The game rule says escape without getting caught, so we just need to find a route through here without getting detected. There is a special reward for completing this challenge according to the game rule, and that contributes to your rank at the end of the chapter, which is what I'm going to be trying to maximize. So we're going to get through here, taking the safe routes. Did you figure out the best route for getting past those Monokumas? By pressing the F1 key, you can see the arcade machine's video again, but this will leave you vulnerable, so be careful.
We've gotta hurry. We don't want to be caught.
All we need to do is head behind this desk here. We can press F1 if we want to see the camera again, and you can even see Komaru and Toko there. But we should be alright just walking through, round this way. The Monokumas won't turn, so we're alright. That animation shows us that we completed the challenge according to the rule.
We're finally out, but where are we?
What? You don't know? Don't you live in the city?
I wouldn't call it living. I was just imprisoned in an apartment the whole time.
Imprisoned, huh? That's an interesting backstory.
But how did you know I was living in this town?
Huh?
And while I'm at it, this has been on my mind for a while. You said something when we first met. You said you must be Komaru Naegi. Toko, how did you know about me?
Don't get all detective mode on me out of nowhere. You caught me off guard.
Well, I think I deserve to know.
It's not some big secret or anything. On the helicopter ride over, Master mentioned you and...
Helicopter? You mean Future Foundations? You're a member of Future Foundation?
Well, I'm more like an intern. That's why I don't have my own uniform yet.
Oh, that's why you aren't in a suit.
Such a cheap-ass organization. They could have at least given me a uniform. Ugh. When will I finally get to change out of this old ratty thing?
You only have that one uniform, huh?
Yeah, but I'll endure it for a little bit longer. I made a promise with Master. He said, if I can prove I can control her, I get to be an official member.
Toko, you must never leave my side. Protect me always. That is your purpose, your destiny.
But I'm not an official member.
Shh. Enough with the excuses. You are my property. I own you like livestock.
Yes, I'm your livestock.
My pig.
Yes, I'm your pig.
Hey, pig. Repeat the promise you made with me.
Oink, oink, oink.
In English, fool.
I promise to never let Genocide Jack kill another human being. Then I become an official member.
I need you. You must never break that promise.
Oink! 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 What's with that face? It's like you're looking at a pig. Did I look that weird?
No, not at all. You didn't look disgustingly gross at all.
I didn't ask you if it was gross, I just said weird.
Oh, sorry.
Jeez. Even this immature schoolgirl treats me like an intern. And even that occult moron and the swimming idiot bimbo are official members.
Wow, you sure give your friends nice nicknames.
They're not my friends. My whole life I've never had a friend. And now you go making me remember stuff like that. Stop prodding my mental wounds, girl!
I didn't mean to.
Anyway, who cares about having friends? I have Master Byakuya. And as long as I have Master, I don't need anything or anyone else.
To actually care about someone that much? That's a pretty amazing feeling.
But I got separated from my precious Master thanks to these damn riots. Now I'm all alone. Of course, I did sneak onto the helicopter without Master or anyone else knowing.
Wait, so ever since then you've been alone? Then who told you Byakuya was captured?
Huh? Oh, well, a lot of things happened. And more importantly, what are you going to do from here on?
Me? Well, I guess there's no choice but to escape. I'll be killed if I stay in this town, right? But you want to look for Byakuya, right? I know that's what you want, but I'm just so scared. I can't help it. I feel so afraid. I feel trapped. No matter what I do, I'll end up getting killed. So, listen, I know this is an unfair request, but...
Fine.
Huh?
You want me to tag along with you, right? Fine, I'll go with you.
It's okay?
There's no other choice. As a member of Future Foundation, it's my duty to protect you.
Thank you so much, Toko.
Hey, what are you doing?
Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, just thank God I met Toko.
God, just thank me directly.
But are you sure about this? What about your search for Byakuya?
There's no need for you to worry about that. I've been thinking up a plan.
Oh, you're right. An amazing girl like you would have a plan for sure. No point in me worrying. But I'm glad. Ever since I was imprisoned, I've been all alone. I couldn't depend on anyone else. So I'm really happy you're with me. So happy.
You don't have to repeat yourself. I heard you the first time. Now, do you know a way out? I don't know anything about this city either. I don't know where we should go.
You're right. We have to figure out more about this town first.
This town is an island off the coast and controlled by a powerful IT corporation. It's commonly called Towa City.
That's right. I heard this town is on an island, which means... Hey, Toko, do you remember seeing a bridge anywhere?
A bridge? If I remember correctly, I saw a huge bridge over that way.
Perfect. If this town really is an island, we should be able to escape over the bridge.
I guess you're right.
Let's go to the bridge. We have to at least try. What a relief. I was starting to lose hope.
I see. Good for you. This filthy, shabby-looking landscape. Totally unsuitable for a noble like me.
We have a save point here, so we're going to use that save point. And in the next part, we're going to continue on exploring through Toa City and see if we can find a way out of here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.